Can I have a response, everyone? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so let's start. Peace and blessing. Hello, everybody. Peace and blessing be upon you all whenever you may be. I am Surveyor Nur Hayatul Krishna, and I'm currently lecturing in University Tunku Abdul Rahman, Utah. Okay, so today I'll share with you in this webinar, when can you be a quantity surveyor? All right, so maybe if you are thinking that what you want to be after you left school, so right now if you are study already in built environment or study in bachelor degree, then I'll lead you to how to become a professional QS. So those who SPM leavers or parents out there, okay, so what is a QS all about? And then why not you just spend about, I think, about 10 to 15 minutes with me. Okay, go through the presentation and then later on you decide for yourself. Okay, so basically for presentation outline or webinar today, I'll share with you what is QS and why you choose QS, who is eligible, okay, where can you study, and then when, okay, you become a QS, and after that there is frequent answer and questions. Okay, so without further ado, what is QS? All right. So it is in the moment of making a right decision that you will realize your future ambitions. Okay, so basically what professions you want to pursue when you leave school. Okay, and then why not somebody asks you about, you know, what is a QS and how to become a QS. Okay, so first and foremost, do you know that what is QS? QS stands for Quantity Surveyor, which is known as also Chartered Surveyor in UK and Certified Quantity Surveyor in Australia, okay, and many other countries. So basically, their roles to keep a close eye on finances and contractual relationships, contractual procurement, contractual agreement and whatnot. Okay, so to make sure that the financial position of the construction project is accurately reported and controlled effectively. Okay, basically in a layman term, QS is an accountant to a construction project. All right, so okay, let's move on to the next slide. There is a three core attributes of quantity surveyors. Basically, you have to have the integrity, okay, to have a whole strong to establish moral values and also the good positive work ethics. All right, so of course you have to come to become a very competent in possess of high degree of knowledge in technical, hard skill as well as soft skills. Okay, so of course it comes with experience, right? With the positive and mental attitudes, viewing the professions with deep passions and strong commitment, definitely a good ticket for you to become a professional QS. Okay, so all right, let's move on. Quantity surveyors work in very variety of area. Okay, of course, it's a private practice, a government sector, educational institutions, construction companies, property developers, commercial banks, institutions, you know, and many more. Okay, so the professions of QS is highly respected and achieve a top managerial status. Okay, so basically, if you know about the scope of basic what QS is doing, Okay, first and foremost, of course, there is two stages in constructions. Okay, the first is in the pre-contract and then post-contract. Okay, during the pre-contract preparation of preliminaries, cost estimate and cost plans of the development of the project, and of course advice on the cost. Okay, whether it is a burst or it is not enough. Okay, organize the calling tender, of course, evaluation of the tenders, preparation of the interim payment. Okay, and also the settlement of the final count of the project. Okay, so basically QS is across all the construction stages. Okay, we take care of the costing part as well as the relationship of the contractual arrangement. Okay, so it is across industry. Research has been found that especially in Malaysia, okay, QS is a third on list of severe shortage occupation. So meaning to say when you graduate, okay, and still on demand, QS still on demand. It is not a dying profession. Okay, so who is eligible? Okay, what is a minimum requirement that UTA offers? Minimum requirement that you need to undergo foundation program or equivalent pre-U qualification. From SPM, you are not eligible to go straight for the degree. Okay, so you have to go through the foundation program. Right after that, alternatively, you can also enter a degree via a diploma. It's either you go for the foundation program or diploma. Okay, so where can you study? If you would like to have a diploma first, maybe UTA, it is not a platform, okay, because in UTA we only offer degree, okay, but we have a foundation program. Okay, so I would like to share more with you about UTA. Okay, so what is UTA offering? Okay, basically there is 4 years duration, okay, full time. We don't have a part time, and then intake 3 times a year, January, May, and October, with the affordable fees. Okay, if you're Malaysian, it's about 51 plus. Okay, and if you are international potential students, that will be about 69 plus. Okay, so of course we are fully accredited, and then the campus will be in Sungai Long. Okay, so actually, when can you become a QS? There is many ways. Okay, when you have a degree of QS, okay, and then there is a certain ways that when you can be a QS. It is up to you when you decide to focus on. Okay, why I said that? Because if you have a diploma, okay, then you can enter another route. Okay, if you are fresh graduate degree, then you can enter another route. Okay, so basically there is a 5 routes. If you have the degree in other fields, okay, if you have masters, you are master's holder, then there's another field. Okay, so right now I would like share with you that how to become a professional QS. Okay, of course you have to have finished your study in UTA 4 years. Okay, and then after that you graduate, and then you will register with BQSM, and at the same time with ISM as a graduate member, with a BQSM as a provisional quantity surveyor. Okay, and at the same time you have to obtain 2 years professional training under supervision of registered QS. Okay, at the firm there should be registered QS, so you appoint them as your supervisor. Okay, and after that you have to submit before that, when you obtain 2 years with the training under supervision of registered QS, of course you have to fill up the logbook. and you have to complete it accordingly. Okay, after 2 years, you'll fill up the logbook, and then you have to submit your critical analysis, okay, to the board, and then you attend a structured professional interview at the same time. Okay, and then or if you pass with flying colors, okay, then you become a professional QS within 2.5 years. Okay, maybe 2 years, and after that there is another 6 months of resubmission or interview, calling up interview and whatnot, you know, waiting for the committee to approve. Okay, so within 2.5 years, okay, with the God willing, and then you become a professional quantity surveyor. So you are eligible to use a prefix title in front of your name, SR, which stands for surveyor. Okay, and full member of RSM. Okay, with prefix title I mentioned earlier. Okay, and at the same time, after you pass, you also can apply with RICS to become a chartered surveyor. Okay, and then if you, after you graduate 4 years, if you would like to go straight to overseas, okay, for example, UK, Dubai, which is accredited by RICS, you can go straight away to apply assessment of professional competence, APC, with RICS. Okay, so it is for you to decide. All right, so if you have any questions regarding when you become a QS, you know, and any sort of questions, feel free to put your question in the chat box. Okay. All right, so this is the most you know, cream of the cream. Okay, this is regarding the average entrance monthly salary that QS in Malaysia earn. Okay, if you look at if you go to the search engine, okay, when you go to the Indeed, there is today's update about 2009. Okay, and then if you go to the Salary Explorer, is about 3,000, still 2009. Okay, as per my slide. If you go for the pay scale, okay, today is about 3,944. It's much more slightly increased. Okay, this is for all around the world, but I took it in Malaysia that average, you know, average is about 3,009. Okay, it depends on the industry and also the firms and the you know, the sector you are in, because stated here low at about, you know, almost 2,000, and the high side is almost 7,000. Okay, but it depends on the firm that you are joining. Okay, but it is still on demand, so you don't have to worry about the career after you earn your degree 4 years, and then the industry is actually needed you the most. Okay, so still talking about the salary, if you look at the average entrance monthly salary, if you you know, look for the job details, skills, you can look for yourself that, you know, this is average salary. Okay, but basically QS is very much more on the what we'll call it, at the very humble side. Okay, so the monthly salary normally we are gained a little bit in the certain industry, we gain a little bit much more from the architect and as well as the engineers. Okay, but again, as I said earlier, it depends on the industry and depends on the firms that you are joining. Okay, during the pandemics, maybe it is a certain salaries will be cut off and whatnot. But overall, as per surveys has been done from the many researchers, that QS still needed. Okay, it's still not a dying profession. Okay, so there is a pros and cons of being a quantity surveyors. Okay, so for example, the pro that you never dull since the job allow you to work indoor, and it is also as outdoor. Okay, when there is a site in the middle of the jungle, okay, and then in the middle of the seas. So it is it depends on the industry as well. All right, so the con, you can be physically demanding, and then you're working for the long hours. Okay, and then also the job that you handle maybe need to have the 24-hour supervision. Okay, so of course it also have the healthy employment growth, I would say, with a very good salary. Okay, and then of course the con will be the tedious task that you have to look at on the details. Maybe it will take away your time to with your family, okay, with your loved ones. All right, sometimes it will be required to be on site 24 hours. Okay, then you don't have time for entertainment with your friends and whatnot. Okay, but it is a very great for individuals who are always up and love the challenge in their life. Okay, seeking the interaction of others and whatnot. Okay, so basically if you maintain the three core attributes with the great mental attitudes, okay, very positive, then any career, any situations that it is impossible for you to any situation you can go through. Okay, so there is another fact that I would like to share with you that I take from the sources from Board of Quantity Surveyors Malaysia, which is total number of quantity surveyors in Malaysia. Okay, by types, we have here professional QS registered 676, okay, which is 12% overall. Consultant QS 994. Okay, QS practice, which is the firm, okay, 388. QS technologies 94. Provisional QS 3332, which is now it's only up to 3,332 only fresh graduates has been registered with BQSM. Okay, so can you imagine how many more out there, including yourself, maybe yet to register with BQSM? Okay, please do so. All right, so numbers of certified quantity surveyor in Malaysia that I've taken from the pie chart just now. The total number of quantity surveyor is about nearly 6,000. Okay, so the total number of certified quantity surveyor 994. Okay, so certified quantity surveyor 994, less than 1,000 is actually those who are eligible to open up the firm or already in the QS practice. Okay, if you are provisional or professional QS, you yet to set up your own firm. Okay, so if you have any questions, then you can put in the chat box. Okay, and last but not least, we are about to end the sessions. Okay, the frequent answer and questions. Okay, what does QS needs to know? Okay, as students that when you study QS program, so basically what is the QS that you need to know? So you have to know what it's all about. Okay, basically QS needs to know the scope. Okay, the scope of the QS professions. All right, and then of course all the subjects that there is what we'll call it, pro and cons that you have to complete. That it is a training for you to develop your skills. All right, so what responsibilities to do QS have? So I already shared with you just now what QS need to cover. Okay, what responsibilities QS need to respond to the pre-contract stage and as well as post-contract stage. Okay, from calling tenders, and then up to the project completion, preparing final accounts and whatnot. Okay, what are likely questions asked in an interview for interns or for young graduates? Okay, basically the tips if you are attending an interview. Okay, if the sessions is quite long, then you should feel safe. They are like you so much, so most probably you are get hired. Okay, and what they are they positive prospect for QS in the future? Of course it is. Okay, just now I mentioned to you, shared with you the pay scale. Okay, the salary explorer that is already in the market demand. Okay, it is not a dying profession. Okay, so if you are studying, are there any financial supports provided? In Utah, yes, there is a lot of financial supports provided. So what you need to do, after this, I'm going to share with you the information that you can contact our promotion department, okay? And then you can go to our website to look at what is the financial supports that provided by Utah, okay? So as a QS graduate, it is a mandatory for me to be a registered. It is not mandatory, but it is a value added. Okay, it's a plus point for you. All right, so it is, if I'm not mistaken, it is a free registration for the students. Okay, as a student with BQSM and RSM. Okay, but later on I'll confirm that. What is the fees as a student that if you would like to join as a student member. Okay, if I'm registered QS, will I get paid more? Yes, of course. If you are registered QS, you are already embedded, possess a higher degree, and then you are have a high skills of QLs. Of course, you will get your salary will be more. Okay, of course. All right, so it is depends on the industry you're working for and also your experience. All right, but normally in industry, okay, those who obtain the prefix SR with the consultant QS at the end of the name, there is a CQS. Definitely there is there is a high pay salary. Okay, all right, so I think I would like to have questions with you guys. Okay, so do you have any questions? Just put in the chat box. Okay, or you may contact us at the following email address. Okay, for the Malaysian students, you go for the inquiry at utah.edu.my. International students, you can email us international@utah.edu.my. If you would like to know more about the quantity surveying degree in Utah, so the application status inquiry, you should email us at admissions@utah.edu.my, and you can always go straight to our head of department, Dr. Felicia Yong at yongYY@utah.edu.my. Okay, so till then, let me look at the chat box. Chiu Pohi, hi Miss, what would you suggest for a fresh graduate QS to work at which kind of firm? Developer, consultant, contractor? Okay, dear, if you would like to become a professional QS, I guess, okay, so you have to, which is much more easier for you you go to the consultant, okay, because in consultant the outline for QS career is very structured. All right, so I would suggest to you go to the consultant so that it is very smooth when you would like to apply for your registration, and you will fill up 2 years logbook with your potential supervisors and whatnot. And after that, when you have your SR, your professional QS, you can go for the contractor or developer. Okay, if you straight away go to developer and the consultant, I'm afraid there is the gist of it, the better understanding of the QS fundamental is actually from the consultant. Okay, so when you become a contractor or a developer, later on a head of department of your contracting firm, then it will be much more easier that how the procedure works. Okay, you follow the sequence. Okay, basically all the consultants in Malaysia follow whatever BQSM and RSM, RICS guidelines, all the requirements. Okay, developer and contractor, it is a lot of sorry to say, a lot of shortcut ways, because they are the goal of the business a little bit different. Okay, mostly those are developer and contractor, they're already from the consultant. All right, so most of the developer and the contractor firms really likes to hire the employee from the consultant, because they know that they don't have to provide any training. Consultants already know what they need to do. Okay, when you become a contractor, and after that it will be much more easier for you, and also you can demand high salary. Okay, hope for you I answer your questions. Okay. So basically you need to go to the consultant first, yeah? Okay, any other questions? Engine Xiang, hi miss, could you talk more details if I wish to develop my QS career in overseas country? Okay, in overseas country, which is I presume UK? Where is it? Australia or Middle East or in China? If in UK, you can straight away apply for APC with RICS, and then of course I think there is a rules and regulation that you have to follow. You have to fill up the logbook, you have to work with the supervision, 2-year supervisions and whatnot. Okay, so here just now I explained more about when you graduate from Utah, and then how you're going to apply with BQSM as well as RISM. Okay, if you would like to develop a QS career in UK, I would suggest to you to go straight to RICS. Okay, you can here in the chat box I leave my email so that you can email me, so I'll give straight away the link for RICS. Okay. Okay, any more questions? Basically, from your day one when you enroll in Utah, like say for example 4 years, okay, 4 years and then plus 2 years, okay, so already 6 years. So on the 7th year, basically there is a 7 year then when you become a QS. Okay, it's just like a doctor, okay, study for 7 years, just like the architect, you have to study for the part 1, part 2 and part 3. So we are the same level like them. Okay. Our salary also within range. For example, just now that I shared with you, we are about nearly 4,000 the average. Okay, whereas when a doctor, when you fresh graduate, okay, for the what we call it, housemanship session is only about 2,000 plus. Okay. Okay, there is a evaluation form there, so could you please fill up? Okay, we need your cooperation to fill up, so it is a very good feedback for us. I'll take it as a check and balance. Okay.